Hey, look, I'm not little Bow Wow no more. I got my hair done.
Yeah, you look good. You look like Edna. No capes. No capes. No. Oh my God, you look good though. Can you shake it real fast?
Bye.
So you want that suit?
I'm leaving.
The heavens.
Mi gente, esta es la versión negra. Ya saben ustedes. 1, 2, 3. My nigga, look at that girl with that figure. Dancing on the floor with all that ass. Goddamn, she bad. She fine. Yeah, that girl know she fine. The whole world is looking at her. Throw them booty cheeks. I move closer. Trying to bend that booty over. Take a couple shots. Oh my God, I'm feeling hot. I tell her, I'm gonna be your baby daddy. You gonna be my baby mama. She tells me, she said, boy, you kinda crazy, but I guess I'll have your baby. Hey, mama, give a bitch! Hey, pull up in that big Se falla ese chivo. No. No, bu sale el copo, hay. Sale el copo, let's keep it good. Yeah, I like the yacht. Stai să dăm fie ceară, că să fie ceară. Ceară la sfârșit, mă. Hai. Hai. Hai, ce pula, mă! Bă, vezi că e ceară, bă! Bă, e ceară, dă-i cu apă, mă! Dă-te că mă lasă, ăla, chiar muie! Dă-i apă normală, că nu mere apa caldă! Nu mere! De unde e apa caldă, mă? De unde e apa caldă, mă? Să faci așa ceva? Bravo, Gabi, bravo, Gabi!
Америма. Блядь. Black Pencil. Не. Панагей. I want sushi. Юзефа. Блин. Rock, paper, scissors. 快哟！你，嘿哈，
On three, we're gonna turn, and the bride will be basically one, two, three.
Sweet baby saat ditindik nangisnya pecah.
Yo! Watch this! Bop! Oh my god! Oh my god! Look up to God. Ooh. Hold on. That way, okay. Ooh, hold on.
I'm in two matches.
What? Oh my god! That way. Ooh. Go left. Left. Go right. Yeah! Yeah! Oh my god!
Why can't white people just leave black people alone?
Okay, I live in a predominantly white neighborhood, and ain't nobody bothering me. I mean, except to invite me over for barbecues, or invite me to their house for dinner, or invite me to go drinking with them, or invite me to the gym, or offer to take me on golf trips, or offer to watch my kid or have their kid come to my house. Other than that, they ain't bothering me. I mean, if anything, you got all the black supremacists out there that want to keep racism going.
Well, that settles it. The votes have been tallied, and the White Tears Award for Pick Me of the Year goes to Jamal. Or Tyrone. I mean, it doesn't really matter. He'll answer to anything. So, there you go, Clarence. And don't you worry. Your I'm his black friend, so he can't be racist t-shirt is in the mail.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, but not for me. Love is out to get.
You got a lot of people attention right now. Talk that talk, George. You got a lot of people attention right now. You better believe they watching. They watching. They want to know how you stay consistent like you do. They want to know how you apply that pressure like you do. They want to know how you bend but don't break like you do. Let them know the game meant to be sold, not told. And you don't been to the worst. So it's only up for
Oh my god, cakep banget gila.
Iya dong, emang kamu jelek.
Aduh, damage-nya berasa banget, Cok. Anjrit, kok bisa bunting gue?
Iya dong. Bah, saya mau balas dendam sama cowok yang udah hamilin saya.
Itu mah gampang banget. Ambil ini. Pakai cincin itu dan kamu kedipkan mata kamu ke cowok yang ingin kamu balaskan dendamnya.
Makasih ya, Mbah.
Aduh, tanggung jawab lu, Keti.
Ogah, kamu kan temennya mantanku.
Hei, Keti, kamu apain kabarku?
Aku ambilin dia.
Nani, kok aku juga ambil?
Rasain kalian.
Aduh, Keti, tanggung jawab kamu.
Nggak mau. Hai Cogan. Lihat tuh perut kamu.
Anjir, kok gua hamil?
Makanya jadi cowok tuh jangan ganjen.
Aduh, ampun. Mbak, tanggung jawab dong. Woi Katy, perut kita udah buncit nih. Tanggung jawab lo. Loh, lo hamil juga?
What the fuck? Gimana nih?
Udahlah, kita kejar aja. Biar dia tanggung jawab. Udah, yuk kejar aja.
Kabur!
Look around, everybody on you.
Alright. Rip me out the plastic. 21. Can you do something for me? If you see me and you trying to see what's up, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Oh no! My table is broken! Good job, guys.
No, there's a seat over there. Oh, I think everybody's sitting there. How is everybody feeling today?
I have never experienced racism in Australia. 3, 2, 1.
I disagree, because I have. In primary school, this kid used to call me Blackie, so that's my first time I experienced it. It just made me feel bad, you know. That's not my name.
I definitely disagree. I feel like ever since I was like 11, 12 years old, I've been experiencing racism, you know, especially by the police. You know, I remember I got searched at 12 years old because I didn't pay for my train ticket. And I was with a couple of my homeboys. We therefore had police coming to us, guard dogs, all that stuff trying to search us for drugs when we're just a couple of teenagers, not even teenagers. And I don't think it's right for us to experience that stuff at such a young age.
Here's Greg. What's up, Greg?
You see, this is why I'm not just grateful for being Caribbean, i.e. Jamaican. I'm grateful for being black overall. Because this is exactly what my grandparents/parents mean when they teach us before it gets dark. Before 6 o'clock, get your ass home. You don't see anything, you don't hear anything, you don't know anything. Don't go into places you don't know by yourself. If you ever get to a point where you're in bush or forest or wherever and it sounds too quiet, it's dangerous, so leave. If you have an animal with you, it doesn't matter what the animal is, and you notice that the animal notices or hears or feel that something is there and it is scared to go, do not fucking go and look. If you don't feel safe, do not get curious. And if for whatever reason that you get crazy and end up in a forest like this, you say nothing. all you do is go back in the same direction you came from quietly. You don't think nothing. You don't say nothing. You don't feel nothing. And you go until you are far away as you can from whatever it is. That's when you talk about it. Preferably in your yard. Most importantly, watch the friends that you keep. My grandmother used to always tell me, show me your company, I tell you who you are. My grandmother growing up used to always govern the friends I keep. If my grandmother's spirit did not take you, you can't come back. My grandma will tell me straight, I don't want this girl/boy, whoever this person is, I don't want them back in my yard, Rev. My grandma used to tell me, Rev. Some people, however, on the other hand, don't teach their children these things. That's why we have Timothy right now in a dark forest, giving names to Iblis' servant in a tree. That's why. We have them diving with sharks, catching venomous snakes, jumping out of helicopters, jumping off cliffs, even paying 250,000 rich people dinero to take an empty Heinz soup can with a Pac-Man controller 12,000 feet below sea level to go and see Titanic only to die. That's why we have these people doing that. Because their parents don't know how to teach them about danger and how to stay away from it. Because I bet you any money, their parents in their youth was probably doing the same stupid thing. Now look, your children are in the forest summoning diamonds. But good luck to you people. Good night.
That's not the question we have. We're more concerned about why you don't put no seasoning on your friends.
Why the fuck did I order a box of shoes from Amazon and somebody decided to sneak their pregnancy announcement in the box? Who is this? I'm not gonna lie, Frank and Elizabeth ate. Elizabeth, come on. Oh, yes, Elizabeth. Look at the baby! Aww. See, this is cute. I can't even be mad. Okay, but I need to get these shoes, though. Stop playing with me. Yo, I'm finna break some necks. And low-key my own ankles because I can't walk in heels. But I'm excited to wear these, though. I low-key think they returned this and just happened to just sneak this in the box. And the manufacturing company was like, fuck it. I'm gonna frame this. Black love. And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still want to party. Hey! I'm not gonna lie. The way it's wrapped up, I don't think somebody else wore them. Let me see if I can stand up. Oh! Ooh, ooh. Jazzy, Stacy, Nikki. All the Barbies is pretty. But congratulations to the beautiful couple. I hope you got a safe delivery. And I love my shoes. Bye. Wow! Wow! Wow!
This is who they chose to play Nani and Lulu instead. Lighter than Nani.
I love the smell of hypocrisy in the morning. We could talk about how Halle Bailey looks nothing like the Little Mermaid, but that's our representation, and it's just a mermaid. It's a fictional being. They don't even exist. Why do you care so much? First off, why are you seeking validation from representation from a mermaid, of all things? But you know what? I'll give y'all that. She does have fish-like facial features. That's a compliment, by the way, so y'all can take that one. We could talk about how Snow White isn't going to be exactly as white as snow. Oh, but it's our representation, and it doesn't matter. Listen, if it really didn't matter, you wouldn't see endless news and media outlets praising this representation from sloppy seconds. And if it's about representation, what about the representation of all those other little kids? Or do they not matter? We could talk about how gingers are quite literally being wiped from the map of Hollywood. I mean, I'm kind of happy for gingers, though. I wouldn't want to be associated with those people. We could even talk about how Black Americans are taking Egyptian culture and claiming it as our own. And Egyptians are furious about this, but we don't care. Nah, we only care when an actress that was born and raised in Hawaii plays a character that was born and raised in Hawaii. A character with the same cultural background, but she's just a tad bit lighter. We only care when a Latina actress plays a Latina superhero. No, but her melanin levels, they're not correct. Now, what if those actresses were darker than their character counterparts? Would you still be upset? I got a gut feeling that you wouldn't be. People can say, well, why does it matter so much? I mean, these things aren't even a big deal. Why do you care so much? Blah, blah, blah. First off, I'm sure you have a plethora of opinions in your life that aren't a big deal. If people are allowed to praise weird things, I'm allowed to criticize that praise. And secondly, try thinking big picture for once in your life. If people can get away with this kind of hypocrisy, what else can they get away with? My complaints will always matter, but yours never will. How far can that mindset take us as a unit?
Hello, Christ. I'm about to sin again. I said I love you to that man, but I'm not feeling it.
So she says showing white women how to use this audio without saying that they're made of Kanakalan and cinnamon. She's referring to this new song in trend.
I said I love you to that man, but I'm not feeling it. I'm made of sugar, spice, Kanakalan, and cinnamon.
Some people seem upset about non-black women using this audio because Kanakalan is a material used for braiding, and some would argue that mostly black women use this material. See, my whole thing is Kanakalan is used by a plethora of races, and even still, something being mostly used by a specific race does not make that thing exclusive to that race. This is just another example of people being selfish ingrates over things that are not exclusive to them, things that they do not own, and things that they did not create. Speaking of this, I decided to take a look at a few more videos underneath this audio, and guess what I found?
I'm about to sin again. I said I love you to that man, but I'm not feeling it. I'm made of sugar, spice, connect, cologne, and cinnamon.
This is a man, who is white by the way, participating in this trend, using the audio, and even singing the lyrics that you don't want them to say. And guess who I found in the comment section co-signing this video by expressing how much they loved his participation? The creator of the song. Yes. So are you going to tell the creator of the song that you're defending so heavily that she should not be co-signing white people that sing the lyrics to her song because they're white? No, you're not. And this just goes to show that y'all have no idea who y'all are fighting for. Because no artist, at least a smart one, especially an up-and-coming artist, is going to discriminate people from letting their song get traction. You're punching ghosts. You're punching Caspers. And since when was it a rule that just because you may not experience something, just because you may not use something, you have no right to enjoy the song that's singing about those experiences or uses? I vibe out to Bad and Bougie all the time. And not once in my life have I ever cooked up dope in a crock pot. I assume that people usually find issues within these minuscule things because one, they're insecure within themselves. And two, they believe it'll give them brownie points, pats on the back. They believe it'll make them a more likable person. So here's a tip. Once you stop segregating yourself, as well as the things that you like, you may become a more likable person. Because apparently, your attempts at catering to each individual's invisible complications and emotions hasn't been working for you.
Vamos, mis amores, dale, mis amores. Vamos, mis amores, dale. Esa es la vecina que puede. Vamos, mis amores. Dale.
I mean, the birth control thing for me was wild. I didn't learn until having taken birth control for like 8 years. The person that you're attracted to when you're on birth control is different than the person when you're off birth control.
At this point, I just want to be left alone. Don't flirt with me. Don't talk to me. Don't even look my direction, because do you know how messed up that is? And I'm not even trying to shame or blame women in any type of way. But could you imagine being in a long-term relationship with someone or actually getting married to someone and you guys come to the decision that, hey, it's time for us to, or we would like to have a child together, and your significant other gets off of birth control and now she don't like you? Now she can't stand you because their pheromones are different and her hormones are different. Like I said, not blaming women, but could you imagine going through that? You two were in this relationship. You did everything you were supposed to do. You guys were trying to be smart about the parenting and the having a child process, and now all of a sudden your significant other don't like you because she not on birth control. Your whole life has been a lie. Like seriously, like I said, not blaming her, but your whole relationship has been a lie. I would rather just be single and by myself at this point, because
if you're really committed to being a racist in this country, you can't unsee what I'm about to show you. You might want to start checking Amazons for blankets, because this gas furnace behind me, you don't get to have one of those either, because that was invented by a black woman named Alice Parker around 1920. She received a patent on it. Yeah, that's how we stay warm today. I mean, if you love potato chips, they gotta go, because a man named George Crumb, a chef in New York, had sent French fries out with a meal and a customer complained. So what did Mr. Crumb do? He sliced potatoes so thin, fried them up, dumped a bunch of salt on them, and sent them out. And that is the American delight of potato chips. They gotta go. Here in the bathroom, Lotta Newman patented the first hairbrush with synthetic bristles in 1898. And she's just the third Black American woman to ever receive a patent. Now, I know this isn't going to affect those skinheads very much. In 1892, George Sampson of Dayton, Ohio, received patent number 476,416 for what is the forerunner of the modern dryer we use today. It's going to suck dry on your clothes outside. In the late 1880s, Samuel Scotron of Pennsylvania patented the curtain rod. Ooh, that's going to piss off some white girls. It's going to be really hard to plan racist rallies without a color monitor. Invented by Mark Dean, an engineer at IBM, he is also on 3 of the original 9 patents of the IBM PC that came out in 1981. Did you know in 1897, Albert Crowell in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, developed the mechanized ice cream scoop? You know, the click, click that separates the ice cream from the spoon, changing the way ice cream is served. And if you're racist and an ice cream lover, it's going to get worse. I told you it's going to get worse. Augustus Jackson, the father of ice cream, pioneered many of the methods we have today to enjoy ice cream, including the way we salt it. Another thing about being a racist, you're going to have to give up the freezer and frozen foods, because Frederick McKinley Jones of Ohio, who was orphaned at 9 years old with a 6th grade education, a young biracial boy, grew up to invent Thermo King, which is the reason why we have frozen foods that are shipped and stored in stores and our homes. You got to give up ice cream and frozen pieces? So if you still want to be a racist, there are some things you're going to need to purge from your life. If you would, just put it out on the curb. I'll send some trucks around to pick it up, and we'll go give it to real Americans who really need it. Have a great day.
I don't understand why this is the newest TikTok trend. It's giving very much I'm a hater. So if you are a seller on TikTok Shop like I am, and someone goes to purchase something in your TikTok Shop, it shows you how many units have been sold of that particular item. Sometimes for some sellers it's a lot, sometimes for other sellers it's none. So people are making fun of TikTok Shop sellers for either selling 0 or 1 items. And it's lame. There are things in my TikTok Shop that have 0 sales. This African floral knot headband, it has 0 sales. But then there are other things in my TikTok Shop, like these tie-dye knot headbands, 46 sales. I want y'all to remember that TikTok Shop just opened a few weeks ago. People are still getting their shops set up. People are still trying to understand the platform and how it works. There's going to be a learning curve, but also Rome wasn't built in a day. There are just going to be some small businesses that when they are set up and ready to go are not going to sell products every single day. Social media and these damn, oh, I made $10,000 in a day, gurus, buy my $10,000 course, gurus, have you all thinking that all small businesses do $10,000 in a day, are selling out a product constantly, are making all these sales consistently every day. That is not how it works. That is not how it works. There are going to be some days where we sell a lot of product. There are going to be some days where we sell 0 product, and it's okay. It is just the process of being a small business, but you shouldn't make fun of us for it. You shouldn't shame us for it. You shouldn't embarrass us for it. And I know for some of these small businesses, we have a TikTok Shop and then we have a website where most of our sales come from. The TikTok Shop is just extra. The TikTok Shop is just convenient for us because y'all don't have to leave the app. Y'all can just purchase and shop and buy everything right on our TikTok Shop. It's convenient for you and it's semi-convenient for us. So at the end of the day, extend small businesses grace, extend small businesses understanding. Instead of making fun of small businesses for having 0 items sold or 1 item sold, why don't you buy one of those items? And if you're broke and can't buy one of those items, why don't you share the video with someone that you think might be interested in that item so that they can purchase it? Why don't you, for 5 minutes, support a small business instead of tearing it down? Oh, and by the way, go buy my headband. I sew them myself. They're adjustable by the knot in the front, so you can make them bigger or smaller, depending on your head size. They come in a bunch of different prints and colors. And again, they're right on my TikTok Shop. So you can change this from 0 to at least 1 sold.